if you don't remember anything else from this video, remember this. You need to make a link book. It takes a piece of leather and a link panel to make yourself an unlinked book. This is how you get back home. If you don't do this, you get stuck and you don't come back home. Well, there are ways, but yeah, you don't want to forget this. So I will just stand, let's say right here, put it in my hand, right click it, and now it is a linking book. And if I were to use this from some other position, it would take me right back there. Except that this is an overworld linking book, and unless you have the link modifier, which is no longer craftable, thank you very much, you cannot teleport from one place to another in the same dimension. So I can't go from here to here, but if I was in the nether, I could use this to come back, or if I was in the end, I could use this to come back. Or if I had made my own book, I could use it to come back. So let's see about that. How do we make our own book? Is it in here? I'm trying to remember. Oh, that's how you copy pages. Okay, so once you get pages and you want to try to make your own biome, you grab them and you put them in here and you can copy them and all sorts of stuff. But the first one you want to do is just a basic random page. So you're going to put a link panel into the bookbinder, and you're going to make a book with just one page in it. And this is going to be your very first Mystcraft age. And yes, you get a one-way ticket achievement to remind you that this is going to take you somewhere, but it is not going to take you back. Alright, the other thing is I want to make a second linking panel, or link book. Probably even a third. Yeah, let me make a third as well. Like I said, this is going to take a fair amount of ink and paper and leather and whatever. So I'm going to link these guys right here. And then I'm going to put one of them in my backpack so that I always have it with me. Yeah, let's do that. And I'm going to keep one on my hotbar. And I'm going to put one in here. Let's throw this leather in here. And then let's go make another deal. We want to make some of these book stands. And those are just sticks and wood, so those are easy enough to make. I wouldn't say make a stack, but I'll make half a dozen, a dozen or so. Alright, so these are sort of optional, but basically when you use a book, you drop it on the ground because you just disappeared from this world and you're not here anymore. So you're not here to hold on to the book. It falls on the ground. So what I'm going to do, age 2. Wonder what age 1 was. I haven't made an age with Mystcraft. I don't know. So what I'm going to do is just right click this onto a book stand, and now, I thought there was maybe it's an option. I thought there was a little thing that floated over the top to show you what it is. Anyway, we can see this is age 2. It's by me. These are the pages, but there are no pages in this. It's just a blank linking book. Okay, now here's where it's kind of scariness. We're about to go to a new world that nobody's ever been to before, and we have no idea what's on the other side of that. I want to say portal, but oh, look at that. There's paper in there because I put paper in here. That's a pretty cool little rendering. I like that. Okay, so you're going to want to make sure you're ready. And by ready, I'm going to say fed. You definitely want a linking book in your hotbar because that's the only way to get home. And I like to have a book stand with me, and I put one on the ground at the other side. So let's do this. If I wanted to be really, really smart, I'd probably store some of this stuff off, pretend it was like going to the nether for the first time, but I don't know, I'm feeling adventurous today. I got flight, I got speed, I can jump really high. Not that that will save you from everything in some of these ages, but let's do it. So you just left click on the black panel like I did, and this creates a brand new dimension, takes you somewhere else. This appears to be a cave world. It's still loading. And there's tons of gravel falling from the sky because it's just created it. So let's throw down some torches just to have a little bit of light here. And I'm not burning on fire. There's no huge meteors coming out of the sky. I don't see any lightning or terrible things trying to kill me right now. So let's put this one down. Remember, I have one here that I can get home with anytime I want. Thank you, NEI. And I have one in my backpack as a backup. So let me just make sure this is not gravel up here. No, it's not. Alright, brand new world. I hate cave worlds, sorry. Yeah, there, it finally created the world. It's not only loading it, it's creating it as we get into here. So basically, yeah, this is dark everywhere and mobs can spawn everywhere. That's Magic Forest and those are some peck. I don't know if I've ever shown the peck in this series, have I? Let me just show these guys real quick though. Stop it. Where are they? Here they are. These are the little peck guys. It's pretty darn dark, isn't it? They don't like you by default, so they just kind of try to run away. But unless you hit them, they are not aggressive. But there is some cool stuff you can do with them. So having these guys right here, especially that guy, is that a mage? Come on, stand still. Oh, he's a stalker. There's one that's the Petch Mage, and if you get him to trade with you, he's got some unique stuff that you can't get from anywhere else. So, yeah. Whoa. Hole in the world? How did I get down here? Here we go. So, obviously you can go caving and digging and exploring. In a cave world like this, you're going to have to light everything. Which is one reason I don't like them. But it's worth a quick look around at least. Let's see what the map shows us. It's showing us the world above. So there are some silverwood trees up above. That's cool. And there are some there are some things I'd like to check and see if I can find. Well, let's just fly up here. And I think as it was generating, I could see that, it wasn't super far up here. Whoops. Come on, harness, you can do it. Remember if you're, yeah, there's the dirt. Well, maybe not. Come on, up we go. I thought that was it, but it's not. And gravel. Okay, cool. Whoa. So here's the outside world. We're at -30 by -40. Always a good idea to keep an eye on where you're at. Oh yes, and of course we have deadly mobs, so that could be pretty terrifying down there, honestly. We have a pink sky. We have some magic forest. We have some fir trees, it looks like. Some greatwoods. You may have multiple suns or no sun. The day could be long or short. The night could be long or short. Just all sorts of different options here. So basically this is like creating a brand new world in Minecraft. But it's kind of a pocket world inside of your already existing world. So there you go. So I want to just run around a little bit and try to find... Go Sonic the Hedgehog, go! What do we got here? Ooh, we got a wisp spawner that hasn't quite loaded in. 2 of them, in fact. So let me... Ugh. Come on, lagging. It's lagging because it's generating new chunks, creating a new world and all that. So it's working on it. Give it a second here. What I'm looking for is the Mystcraft. Is that it? No, that's a tree. Mystcraft actually creates little ruins, and they have pages in them. So you can go into these ruins, get more pages, and then you'll be able to create your own worlds more the way you would like. Alright. I'd leave you alone, Wisp, but you'll just shoot at me, so... Let's break this before furious zombies come out of it. Oh dear, look at all the things I broke. Ah! Okay. Yeah. One thing you can do actually is just restart the client, and that will kind of get everything back in sync sometimes, because it's really slow here. Okay, those guys are out of the way. Let me take a quick look. Shovel of the earth mover, that's nice. I've got one, but still nice. And nothing else that's really that exciting. Oh, that was an infernal, or deadly mob's wisp. Huh! I have not seen one of those before. But then again, wisps are typically fairly rare. Yeah, having a deadly mob's wisp might not be the best thing in the world. So it is either night or... Yeah, okay, there's a moon going down. We may or may not get a sun coming up. You never know. Okay, let's sprint. So again... Oh, something just knocked me in the air. It's alright. We'll head over here. Ooh, pumpkins. If I needed pumpkins. Silverwoods, yay. Seems to be a maybe a 2 biome area where we've got magical forest and gravel beach. So you can have a single biome, you can have multiple biomes like a tiled biome, or you can get kind of normal type biomes like a normal overworld would be, where you'd have a bunch of different ones. Okay, yeah, let me, oh gosh. Let me pause for a moment, restart everything, and see if I can't clear up some of this lag, because boy, I'm just getting stuck trying to move around right now. So, be back in a... Alright folks, and we're back. Everything seems much better now. I did run around a bit more off camera here, so I was down over here, I went up around, made a loop. I have not found a single ruin to show off. But all these little black spots are the wisp spawners, so that's something interesting. You don't find very many of those in the overworld. So it's, you know, something kind of cool and interesting that this world has. It's also got greatwood trees, you know, with the cave spiders. Whoops, and there's one right there. Ooh, slowing down again. Stop it. And it seems to have a moon but no sun. So basically it's going to be... Oh, there's some taint. Basically it's going to be a pretty dangerous world, because mobs are just going to keep spawning and they won't despawn until you walk far enough away from them. It's possible that the sun might still come out at some point here, but seeming fairly unlikely at this point. So yeah, actually when I said 2 biomes before, I totally ignored the 3rd biome. There is snowy coniferous forest down in the lower right corner there, magical forest, and gravel beach. So this looks like it randomly generated a small biomes world with 3 different biomes in it, and one of them is magic forest, which means we basically have an unlimited supply of silverwoods and silverwood saplings if I want to come in here and chop down tons and tons of silverwood trees. At this point I'm not sure I need more than I already have, but this is one way to make silverwoods pretty much, I won't say renewable, but pretty much unlimited. You can just make more Mystcraft ages. Now keep in mind, every time you make one of these ages, okay, well, that was lag. Every time you make one of these ages, it adds, it adds a new dimension to your world. And save game. Yikes, what are you? Gravity blast off ninja rare bye-bye something something. He was like, oh, and he's riding on the zombie. Okay, well that's weird enough to make me want to go away and not fight him. Any rate, with flight and speedy boots and good jumping and all that, a world like this is not too big of a problem, but don't think this is the worst that you can find in Mystcraft. So basically the point is, and I'm not finding any in this world, but the point is to kind of go through some randomly generated worlds first, and you should find in most of them, at least last time I played it, maybe they updated and changed the mechanics again, but you should find in most of them some ruins, and in the ruins you'll find more pages, and eventually you'll get enough pages that you can start trying to construct your own world, and the more sense you can make while you're constructing it, the less instability the world will have. But until you really get it down, you're probably going to have like best case always raining and lightning and thundering, like lightning that might be enough that it'll end up striking you kind of stuff. Worst case, meteors. Yeah, meteors come down and they blow up like a 50 by 50, 30 by 30-ish section of the world. And if you're anywhere near it when it comes down, that's it. You're dead. All your stuff's gone. There is no surviving it that I know of. Yeah. So I should have written this down. It was like 30-30, right? So it should be right over here. My problem is I don't remember if it was... Oops, dang it. Stupid spiders. I don't remember if it was plus 30 or minus 30. I'm hoping it was plus. But I don't see the torches. Let me get up to somewhere safe and take a look at the old mini-map for a minute here. Now, you're not a spider tree. No. Look at that. Well, there's another thing, I guess, you know. There are deadly mobs, so be careful. Cloaking, regen, 1 up, whatever. Regen, I may not be able to kill him, depending on how much regen he has, but you know, careful of deadly mobs, but you can definitely come into a place like this that never despawns the mobs and have tons of stuff to fight and get all the traps if you feel like it. Yeah, he's regenning way too fast. Wish I knew a way to kill those, actually. I ran into another regen one. I stuck him in lava and hit him with a sword, or the wand, and I don't think I ever was able to kill him. Got him! Cool! I was gonna say, he doesn't seem to have a ton of life. Oh, he dropped an enchanted book. Feather falling 2 book. Yeah, whatever. Alright, so some carrots, some heads, whatever. Don't need any of this junk at this point, really. Okay, so I was trying to find my way out of here. I said 30-30 when we started this, right? 30 would be right there. Well, worst case is... Oh, hey, here's some glowy bits over here. Is that it? Or is that just a... So that's a silverwood tree. Ah, here we go. Must have been minus 30, looks like. Well, what's your deal? Blast off and wither. Well, if I didn't have the awesome... What do I have? Talisman of Remedium, I might be worried about that. Dirt. Dirt can go. Alright, here is a torch. Oh, right, because it's a freaking cave world. I was like, where's my linking book? Yeah, it's down here. Okay, falling slowly thanks to the boots. And there's the linking book. Alright, so I think we've already had a full episode. Let me just click this guy, pop back to the overworld, and that's it for our first Mystcraft age. Yay, we've made it back and we didn't die or get exploded by meteors or eaten by black decay or, you know, whatever. So there you go. That's a crash course in Mystcraft, and I will have to do a bit more with it. I have some other plans for it, but there you go. Oh, and notice that I'm moving slowly when I first come back. The boots of the traveler have a bit of a bug, and I think if you just sprint, yeah, if you sprint, then the speed boost comes back. So you can either sprint, or if you take them off and put them back on, well, I guess There we go. Tinker's Construct was having a little issue there too. At any rate, we are back. Oh, last thing, I meant to show this first and I forgot. So, I don't really love it. I don't like it actually as much as before. Now it's just a whole bunch of fences, but so far I haven't seen any animals get killed in a wall. They could still get killed in the double walls here in the middle, but so far I've not seen anybody get suffocated when I came in. So it hasn't been a lot of time. I haven't restarted a bunch, but so far, I got my 4 guys here doing their little breeding thing, and I got all 16 sheep with all 16 colors of wool. And what are these, 9? Yeah, so 9 times 2 would be 18, and we got 16. Perfect. So I'm getting all 16 colors, and this is, I hooked up the planter, right? So more upgrades. Did the planter, did it to feed it with seeds, and gave it some power and all that stuff. So honestly, this is kind of why I avoided doing the whole MFR farm thing in the first place, because it's a lot. I mean, a lot of item ducts and storage and power, and yeah, it's kind of cool, but it's a lot of work when you could sort of just, plant a simple farm and walk over here every once in a while and, harvest the produce. And I don't know. This will create way more food and sugar cane and stuff than I'll ever need. But it's still fun to go through it and figure it all out, I guess. So at any rate, I am sure that is more than plenty enough for this episode already. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you next time, as always. Alright folks, welcome back for another episode of Magic Farm 2. And today's episode, I'm ready to go find the end and have a chat with that ender dragon. So we're going to take some ender pearls, we're going to add some blaze powder, we're going to get some eyes of ender, and these are going to do a couple of interesting things for us. Probably most of y'all have been to the end, killed the ender dragon, all that kind of stuff before, but just pretend like you haven't, and I'll talk through what's going on here. Okay, so first thing is, I actually started recording when the sun was going up instead of down, so that's something new and exciting for me. Second thing is, I'm going to go to my map, and you don't have to have a map to do this, but it's easier. What I want to do is make a new waypoint right here. Actually, I wouldn't have to because obviously we know where that is. And I'm going to go make a new group for this. Come on. And I'm going to call this way. I don't know. Whatever. Alright, so here's my waypoint, and I'm going to throw this straight up in the air. And it's going to point me towards where the portal to the end is. Let me zoom in nice and tight here so that I get pretty much right on the right block. And I'm going to call that 2 further away. So I know that it's somewhere to the northwest. Alright, but instead of going northwest, I'm going to go the other direction. Southwest, yeah. And I'm going to run right through the farm apparently. And we're going to go over this way a ways until I can find another place to throw these pearls. And by doing this, we should be able to kind of triangulate a little bit. Maybe I should have went the other direction. I could have gone northeast. Because now I got to go all the way through the water and all the way over here and etc. etc. So yeah, this is a crummy place to do it. Here, how about here? Okay, so let's try this. Let's make one right there. This is going to be 0.3. And we'll throw this one straight up in the air. Uh-oh. I think I went far enough that it's pointing me at a different location, perhaps. Okay, so if I zoom in here, This is 0.4. So there's more than one end portal, or stronghold, where the end portals are. And this one is pointing me from 3 to 4 this direction. This one is pointing me from 1 to 2 this direction. So there must be one up this way and another one down this way. So let me find a spot. Maybe over here. The idea is, you know it's in this direction, but it could be like right here, or it could be 1,000 blocks off the bottom of the screen. So if you do a second one and it says, you know, from here to here, then that'll point, you can triangulate, and you know it's right about here. But if it also says, you know, go south by southeast, then you know you got to go a long ways before you're going to find it. So that's the idea here, and unfortunately we got a split decision there because I think it went to a different portal. Let's try here. Somewhere we can see the thing move was good. Okay, this isn't bad. And if I just right click it right away, okay, so this is going to be 5. And I suppose there's like some math or something you could do to figure out. Oh yeah. Figure out exactly the coordinates or whatever, but this will show us pretty well. Okay, so yeah, that one says this away, that one says this away. So it's where these two lines would converge. It's a fair amount south. So let me go back up here and we'll try this one again, maybe from right here by the old house, by the old hidey hole, and we'll give that a try. Now normally you will get your ender pearl back, which you've seen. I've still got 4 eye of ender. I've still got 4 eyes of ender in my pack, and sometimes they'll lag a bit, so it'll look like they disappeared, but they're actually there. Just give them a second, and a lot of times they will pop back up. Okay, so the first line says go this way. Let's go over this direction a little ways and try this again and see which direction it says. There's too many trees right there now. Probably because I planted them, but you know, whatever. Hey, jump. Jump, baby, jump. Well, that's trees everywhere here. It's going to be hard to see where it goes. Alright, this is actually okay. Yeah. So we're going to expect it's probably going to point up this direction somewhere, but let's see. It looks like a zombie dog. Oh yeah, that's right. That cave over there never got to explore. Got around to exploring. Okay, so let's go ahead and put one here. This, I don't know, what are we up to? 7 now? Something. Doesn't matter the number actually, or the name. And we'll throw this one. Aha. Okay. So right about here. Oh, okay, yeah, well. So my choices are basically, let's see, like here in the middle of the ocean probably, or let's see, this one goes like so, and this one goes like so. Probably up in this area, kind of south of the village. So yeah, I think definitely south of the village looks like the right one to go for. So you can just throw the ender pearl and you can kind of, you know, just follow it and then throw it again and follow it again. But you don't have to do all this map stuff. But if you do this, then you will immediately have a good idea of how far you got to travel. If it's a really long ways or a little bit. Okay, hold on. Sonic the Hedgehog, go. Oh, dang it. Sonic, go. Yeah, let me go. Okay, so there's the tainted little area. Here's, I think, okay. I'm kind of jumping all over the place here. Alright, I think this is what I saw on the map that I kind of was pointing at. So let's see, if I just kind of draw a bit of a line. Yeah, pretty close to there, and somewhere up in here maybe. So let's pop the pearl and see which way to go now. Okay, go here. So we went from here to here, which is still, you could put more points on, of course. Yeah, I'm feeling like we're pretty close here. Let's just let's take a few more steps this way and try it again. All right, go pearl and still pointing the same direction. Let's go up just a little further and oh boy, maybe I didn't draw my lines so well with the mouse there, huh? Further than I had expected. But at least I didn't throw the pearl like 50 times back there before we got this far. Oh, okay, so that looked like it popped, but did it end up over here? Sometimes they fly funny. No, that one really popped. Pretty sure. Okay, so you don't always get the pearl back, like I was saying. And that was still saying more this way, really? Okay. Let's continue on up here a little more. Now, further or back? Still further. Huh. You notice the pearl stopped here, so this is the right path, and then fell to the side a little bit. Well, interesting. I'm just going to look at the map again. Can I mean, if I draw these two, I don't end up where I'm at now. I end up more up towards the village, I think. I don't know. We'll continue to follow. Hopefully I can get there before the sun goes down. So out in the water here in, shallow water is actually not a bad spot to throw it. Oh, and here we are. That stronghold is definitely close by, but we're going to have to wait for next episode to go find it. These episodes got a little long, and I had to just kind of cut them up funny to make them a decent amount of length each time. At any rate, hope you enjoyed this, and I guarantee we will find a stronghold really soon. So I hope you come back next time and see that, and we'll see you then.